Hello and welcome to the Day Tradestor. This video is just going to be a brief introductory to my new series of videos that I will be doing daily from here on out. And this series is geared specifically to people who do not have a retirement account. I started trading about 3 years ago, and I've been profitable since I started. And I figured if I could be profitable, then I know other people can be profitable, and I can help them open up a retirement account and prepare for their retirement many years down the road. Now, I created about a 1-month series of videos back in October of 2024, but those videos weren't really directly helpful to people who are afraid of the markets like I was before I started. And then I started recording videos back in July of this year, and through the making of those videos on a daily basis, the main theme that I am trying to promote is, again, people who do not have a retirement account to start a retirement account. But those videos, just like the others, are not directly helpful to people who are afraid of getting into the markets. And the main reason is because I am showing my videos swing trading on this particular chart, which can be overwhelming to people who aren't even in the markets at all. And then I'm trading with balances and buying stocks that if you're just starting out, you can't get into anyway. So what I did is I started back in March of this year, 2025. It is a Roth IRA. And I started putting in $25 a week. And you can see each step here is where I put in $25 a week. Now, there have been some gains and losses along the way, just by portfolio performance. Since March, you can see where my performance of almost 25% is outperforming the S&P 500, which is almost at 18%. So from this point forward, these videos are going to be directly linked to helping people get into the markets. And I'm trying to inspire people who have no retirement account and who believe they actually can't even afford a retirement account. Now, with this account, I've been putting in $25 a week. You can see my investment portfolio gain by itself has been almost $100. So I've earned $100 on net contributions of $800. So I started, first deposit was $25, and then every week since then I've been putting in $25. So I've put in a total of $775. My goal is also to help people who do not work at jobs that offer 401ks. If you are a mechanic, a construction worker, you work at a restaurant, you work at Walmart, you work at Target, you work at any other department store, you work for a small business that, whether it's blue collar through plumbing or electricians or lawn care, dog groomers, home cleaners. It doesn't matter what company you work for. If it's a mom and pop and you are working at a place that does not offer retirement accounts, you can afford a retirement account. I know, and you easily blow more than $25 a week. And that's being spent on short-term happiness. But there's nothing more important than your long-term happiness. Now, I use Charles Schwab, but you can use any broker that you want. Please do some research on YouTube, find some other videos. You'll certainly find some more videos that might be even more educational than what I'm making right now. And they'll be better able to explain the importance of a Roth IRA. Again, this is just a quick introductory video letting you know that I am starting a new video series. This chart here is on Thinkorswim. One thing that if you're new to trading, you don't worry about the charts, especially if you're going to possibly be following me and getting some basic trading information from me. But what I have been doing in this account is basically trading the S&P 500, and I do that by trading the SPY. Again, you don't have to worry about charts. Not right away. The most important thing is to do some research and look into opening a retirement account. The SPY is an index. It's an ETF that indexed to the S&P 500. And then we have other ETFs, and each one is a different price. So the S&P 5, the SPY is $671. This ETF, all of these are indexed to the S&P 500, $60, $79, $120, $182, and $101 here. So every day I will make a video letting you know what the S&P 500 did for the day. And I'll let you know if what I did, whether it was a sell or a buy of any particular ETF that is indexed again to the S&P 500. A very basic explanation of the charts that I use. I use a 3-month, 1-day chart. And what that means is that each candle, that's what this is, aggregates every day. So this was, we'll just say that this is the 14th, the 15th of July, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th. This is today's candle. This is last Friday's candle, so on and so on. Again, you don't have to worry about charts right away. The first thing is just to get you into a Roth IRA. I use moving averages. And when the moving average crosses down, we look to sell. And when there's a point in time in which the moving average crosses up, we look to buy. It is a very simple strategy. I also look to sell. I would make a video and let you know if we have price move below a fast moving average, we're trying to sell something that we may have. But since you probably don't have a great deal of money, there will not be a lot of trading going on. There certainly will be no day trading. Every day after work or first thing in the morning, you can possibly check out one of my videos, either that day or the day before, and you can choose to copy my trade if you like. Even with $25, you can make one trade a day, which is you could buy a stock one day, that's $25 or below, and then the next day you can sell that stock. And hopefully it'll be for a profit. And the next day you can buy the same stock. You can buy the S&P 500. Please take a look at some of my earlier videos back in October of 2024 for a little bit more explanation. Again, the video doesn't really help you as a beginning trader or somebody who's thinking about getting into the markets and opening up a retirement account. The videos don't really match the word. I was just trading and talking about something not directly related to the trades at that particular time. Just know that if you work, even if you're working minimum wage, you absolutely can and need and must open a Roth IRA. You can afford that. What you can't afford is to work your entire life and depend on Social Security. Social Security is not going to get you anywhere. Now, I want to prove to you that $25 will absolutely change your life in 30 years. $25 a week is significant for your retirement. If you can afford more than $25, great. But what I want you to do, I want you to go online and look up an investment return calculator. I just happen to use NerdWallet. And our initial investment, again, I'm trying to help people who have no retirement account and who believe they can't afford retirement. So if you see this video and you know there are people, your friends or family, that have no retirement account and are on a low income and truly believe that they can't be rich, show them this video, help them out. Show them the investment calculator. So what I want you to do is go online, find an investment calculator, type in our initial investments, just going to be $25 a week. We're looking for years of investment growth. We're just going to use 30. Now the estimated rate of return, we're going to use 10%. The S&P 500 on average is 10% a year. This year, we're looking at almost 20%. Last year, it was 25%. There are years that are in the red that it's a 0 or 1%. But on average, the S&P 500 is 10% a year, 10% a year. Our compound frequency, our account will compound annually. Again, it's 10% a year. Amount of recurring investments, we're going to do $25. Our goal to get you started is $25 a week. Our recurring investment frequency, it's going to be $100. Our recurring investment is going to be $100, and that's going to be monthly. So we're recurring monthly, and after 30 years, you're looking at a balance of $206,720.57. That's huge. That's life-changing. That's retirement ability. All you have to do is look around so many restaurants and stores and see how many people are in their 50s and 60s and 70s and still working because they weren't educated. They didn't tell us this. Schools don't teach this. Even most colleges don't teach this. Most parents don't know this. And if you're older, if you're not young, if you're in your 30s and you want to look at, you have 20 years to invest, but you're able to do $100 a week because you're making a little bit more than minimum wage. I mean, that's $72,000. And we haven't even adjusted our recurring investments yet. So that would be $400. So at $400 recurring a month in 20 years, if you can afford $100 a week, $400 a month, you're looking at $287,000. That's life-changing. But the most important figure that I'm trying to reach, and the people that I'm trying to reach, we're looking at $25 a week. That is it. We're looking at $100 a month. $25 a week, 30 years of growth. For a total of roughly $200,000. And if you're a parent and you want to help your kids out, look at this. Play with this calculator. Go online and find this. If you were to put in $100 the day that your child is born, and we're looking at 60 years, estimated return, there's no recurring investments, nothing. They're looking at $9,000. Now, what if we just did $100 a year, recurring annually? Well, apparently we can't do 60 years of growth. I didn't even notice that. Can we do 50? All right, $100 investment. Let's go back to recurring investments, 0. That changes it to $11,000. So $100 doing absolutely nothing else will grow to $11,000 in 50 years. And that's if you put $100 in on the day that they're born. You open up an account for them. Now, if we do $100 a year for 50 years, now they're looking at $128,000. And that's nothing. So please go online, use this investment calculator, show your children, your family members, your parents. If you have parents who don't have a retirement account themselves and they've never seen an investment calculator, show them this investment calculator, play with it, check out my video. Again, I do have a month of other videos that might be more helpful with definitely a little bit more explanation. But for now, I just want to get you started. I want you to get your interest peak into knowing and believing that you can retire and you can become rich. Retirement isn't a get rich quick. There are over 500,000 millionaires in the United States that got rich just by putting money into their 401ks. And it's not rich people. There are hundreds of thousands of people who just worked ordinary jobs, not white collar, not earning hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. They just consistently put money into the markets. So please, if you have time, take a look at my other videos. They're a little bit more explanatory. Higher production value than this particular video, but it's already 7:45, and I start work at 6:30 a.m. It's 7:45 p.m. and I just want to get this first video up on YouTube. So please, if you don't have a retirement account yourself, please absolutely know that you can afford to put money in. $25 a week. I know you can afford it. You know you can afford it. It's just that you might be hearing for the first time that you absolutely can become financially independent and possibly even rich off of $25 a week. Now, to become rich off of $25 a week is going to take a little bit more work than just putting money in $25 a week. You're going to have to, over time, not immediately, become a pretty active trader inside of your retirement account. But again, play with the investment calculator, see how much money you can earn over 30 years at $30 a week or $40 a week. And absolutely, if you know some other people who have no retirement accounts, please like, share, subscribe, show them this video, show them the other videos, and hopefully I will inspire you to open an account and continue to start investing and then continue putting money in at $25 a week. I look forward to helping you and also to making a little bit better, highly produced or better produced videos. I don't know, as long as they're helpful. Thank you very much and have a good evening.